walk the shopping malls. I start where I park my car. I get out of the car and I close the door and I do some warm-ups, you know. This may seem very silly to you, but I warm 1, 2, 2. And that gets my heart pumping so that I have enough oxygen that flows up into the brain. And some people may think this is silly, but I really don't. I want to tell you that it really helps keep me in shape.
These lovers' quarrels, they feel so wrong to me. All of this heartache, all of this pain. I know it hurts, but please just bear with me. I know we can fix this. I know we can, please.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Noetic Video and our video tour of Temple Mall in Temple, Texas. Temple Mall has always been one of my favorite malls because when I was a kid I used to come here a lot with my grandparents, and every time you walked in it felt like you were being taken back in time, like to what malls looked like in a lot of older movies. Like I always felt like it was sort of an archetype. It was like, oh, this is what malls used to be. I tried to film it in 2020, which is these little break-in frames you'll see throughout the video, just to compare them all, how big of a transformation it's had in its decline just in the last 4 years. And it's not like it's just been changing over these last 4 years. It's been a near steady decline. The mall opened in 1976 with 4 anchor stores and could accommodate nearly 60 tenants with over 500,000 square feet of leasable area. The anchor stores were Sears, which would later be replaced by a Foley's in 1995, and then later replaced by a Macy's in 2006. Macy's would close in 2016, and the Dillard's, that was in the end of the mall and had its own store, would move down the hall to the then abandoned Macy's, or the then empty Macy's, I guess. Mall also used to have a J.C. Penney's and a Steve & Barry's, along with Dillard's original store and the Macy's that closed. And now that the J.C. Penney's and the Steve & Barry's have closed and the Dillard's has moved locations, Dillard's is really the only anchor left. They have a kind of in-between, I guess you'd call it like a junior anchor, called Mega Furniture, which we are going to be getting into in a second. This is the Premier Cinema. It was open when I went in 2020 and later closed in 2022. The theater had been in the mall operating for 20 years before it finally shut down. So the mega furniture, and I'm gonna try to make this concise. It's horrific because the Dillards moved into the Macy's old spot around 2017. So for a little under a decade, this empty Dillards just sat and rotted and had no upkeep. You can see it right here with the wood facade from the original. Gosh, I guess probably from the original when it opened in the 70s and 80s. But the mega furniture said, we don't need any type of renovation. We will just open the old Dillards that has had no work done on it and just throw our furniture in there and call it a day and open the door. And that's exactly what they did. So let's take a little break going through the mall and come with me as we creep through the luxury mega furniture. I don't think I've ever had a more jarring thing happen to me when walking around a dead mall than that. Because it's like the back rooms just manifested. And they're always there when you're in a dead mall, but like it just like, it's like I felt myself clip out of reality when I walked in there. Yeah, look in the background there, you can see the Great American Cookie's been taken over by, oh, I don't know what that is, some kind of pop-up bodega jewelry thing.
Dog, you caught me off. No, I ain't ready, dog. Let me catch that drive shade.
No. Got you. Say it right there. All right, look at me.
Look at you.
I got this. Say your first and last name, please.
Trevor Pipkin.
You don't have to
I gotta move.
lean
Okay.
into it. All right, sir. Tell me, what happened out here?
Man, I actually left my house 15 minutes before it happened, and I got a text from somebody about some weather stuff. I'm like, man, you girl, you ain't my mom. Leave me alone. Swiped up. 10 minutes later, my neighbor across the street. Yo, you got to get home. Tornado, your house on the ground, destroyed. Our roof ripped off. Homeboy across streets, trucks in his house, his RVs in the back of his house. It's going wild, you know what I'm saying? So, you should see the back down there. Somebody, unfortunately, lost their life. Condolences to all them. And, but it's bad, man.
Now, this was funny. This used to be a little Dr. Pepper themed, like, seating area. And because there were Dr. Pepper vending machines, like, throughout the entirety of the mall. And I don't know if Dr. Pepper was, like, sponsoring the mall or if, like, that was just the brand because, you know, Dr. Pepper was invented in Waco, which is right next to Temple. But anyway, it used to be this, like, cute little seating area where you could get a soda and sit around and just wait for your family to be done shopping. And now it's a non-name brand CBD weed gummy supplement vending machine, and I think that's great. You have a panic attack because you got the wrong dose in your nondescript Dead Mall weed gummy. Now here's the food court, and this was depressing. There were only like 5 restaurants, and as you can see, the Great American Steak is now advertising for the Casa Ole. The Ichi Hibachi was closed, and I think the only restaurant open was the pizza place. It's just so depressing, and it was so much worse because the planters that used to be throughout the mall, I noticed, were gone. And then when we came over to the food court, I was like, oh, here they are. This is the funeral home, the cemetery, the graveyard for all the Dead Mall dead plants. All right, that about wraps up our video tour of Temple Mall. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like the direction the Dead Mall content is taken. I've got a million set up that we're going to be filming. We've got a bunch in the catalog, and we're trying to film about 25 more we've got on the roster. Shooting to release 2 a month at minimum. So check back soon. Hopefully new videos will be going up once a week, and we will see y'all in the future.
What do you think about it?
Ain't nothing to think except, man, wait for the comeback. Wait for our comeback. That's all I'm going to say.
To be good to myself with. It's a pith helmet. It'll be the symbol of the happy hiking girl. And when I get more people interested, I'm going to have my own newsletter. The pith helmet will be the symbol of happy hiking girls walking through the mall, shopping through the mall. It's not silly. It's wonderful. It's something that you can do for yourself. And if you're a modern woman, this is what you want to do for yourself. You can get out there, get on your own, take your own money that you earn each and every day, and go out and shop and get healthy while you're doing it.